last segment for the day, we have got work confessions. So we put up on the Instagram, we asked for some of your stories from work that you want to confess to us, maybe some things unprofessional you've done, maybe some stories you've seen. We've got a whole bunch of submissions, so we're going to go through them now. The first one we got is someone saying they hide in the toilet for alone time to decompress away from people.
Yeah, this is a classic of the genre. I've heard many a person go into the bathroom just to chill and get away from it all.
I don't know if this works because I swear my last few jobs, this is my conspiracy theory. I feel like some companies purposely fuck with your service in like the bathroom. So you're like your mobile service. So like you can't access the internet if you want to go into Reddit or TikTok.
So they have like a jammer in there.
It or something.
Yeah, so tinfoil hats on. They got a jammer.
To be fair, my work
Like
also.
where your mini map starts.
My radar's gone, bro.
Counter UAV.
UAV.
To be fair, my work as well, the toilet has little, if not no reception.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to back the theory as well. The co-working space that I have, there's Wi-Fi everywhere. You get into the bathroom, Wi-Fi gone. 1 bar.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's to disincentivize you like just sitting on the toilet and just
scrolling away.
Scrolling TikTok.
Yeah. So I can believe it.
Yeah, that's so scummy though.
Really? If I was a business owner, I'm doing
It's
it as
to
well.
stop this, people that just want to take a break in the toilet.
Exactly.
So this person feels so alone at work. Like you can't even you have to go to the bathroom and lock yourself in. It feels like a toxic work environment.
Go for a walk.
Yeah, get a coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. The toilets are not a good place. If someone walks in,
but it's easy.
Why would you want to hang out in the
No,
toilet?
but it's easy to go to. A walk feels a bit more committal that you have to go out.
People piss and shit and, you just get plonks every couple seconds.
I take my time in the toilet at work.
No, but I take my time in the toilet sometimes if I'm
actually doing...
Yeah, using the toilet. If I need to decompress, Matt,
the world's your oyster. Go for a walk.
Yeah, I'll go to the relaxation room in my office.
Well, that must be nice. You got a relaxation.
Yeah, how can you relax in a toilet, man? There's just too much going on.
Yeah, on edge.
You never know. All right, next one. We have someone that says they used to turn their 1 to 3 hour company driver runs into all day road trips. So I think for work, they had to drive like 1 to 3 hours somewhere. They've taken liberties, used a whole day to drive around, brought their mates along apparently, went on road trips with them, took liberties.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
That sounds like fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
How do you get away with that though? You're meant to be on the clock for like
you can just say
an hour or two and all of a sudden it's second.
There's so many reasons you can come with to, explain why you had to spend another hour or two.
That's what I did at Kellyville Chinese. When I worked as a delivery driver, it was a 10-minute delivery. It took me an hour and a half every time because there was traffic in the Hills area. That? I don't know. I got paid my $10 an hour and $2.50 per delivery and called it a day.
And your free food.
And the free food.
All right, next one. We've got something happened to them. Their manager docked their pay because they took half an hour in the toilet. They were crying in the toilet for that half hour.
This sounds like...
They're going through emotional turmoil for half hour and then all of a sudden taken out of your pay, mate.
This seems illegal.
Is that fair?
No, this seems illegal.
I mean, it depends on who it is. If you're a salaried employee, you can't... There's no such thing as docking pay.
So this person must be like on an hourly rate. Yeah, casual. Yeah. But even then, I think that seems illegal.
I mean,
depends on which country you're in.
I think it would be, maybe it's illegal, maybe it's not illegal, but if I'm the manager and I'm seeing someone like not on the floor selling my shoes or whatever, and they're in the bathroom 30 minutes, maybe that's fair enough. Maybe they don't know that they're crying. If they do know that the person is crying, that's psychopathic behavior.
Yeah.
So they must surely not know.
But you reckon they're seeing their timing, how long you go to the bathroom?
I feel like half an hour you'll notice someone's gone.
But what if they're like violent diarrhea? Or in this case, they're crying.
Yeah, it seems a bit micromanaging, to be honest.
Yeah.
Surely if you're the manager, you ask first at least, what's happened?
Yeah.
Is that rude there? Like, what did you do in the bathroom? What's it to you, mate? That's none of your business. None ya.
All right, next one. We had someone invite their friend to their corporate box events and pretend that they were their clients.
It's a bravo moment.
That's class.
Oh, why can't you guys do that for me? Can one of my friends get a corporate box and just invite me? I'll happily pretend to be whoever.
I'll be honest, I don't have many perks to give at the company that I have. You need to work in like sales or some sort of like relationship.
You have to have a lot of clients.
Yeah. Actually, you worked there. Where was our invites to the Spotify parties, etc.?
I barely got an invite, mate. I can't. Plus 1, 2, 3. But
I always hear about this. Even one of my friends, like they invited their friends to go watch like an NRL game at the corporate box. Like I would love to be a part of that one day.
Someone please invite us to a corporate box.
You reckon? So let's say he's inviting 20 people. You reckon it's easy to sneak in 1 or 2 extra?
I think so.
Who's actually checking?
Because from what I remember, right, like when I didn't have any of these perks, but I remember when I was working in sales, they would have like these corporate lunches, and it was like a lunch and learn type situation where you go to a really fancy restaurant and you invite these like leaders to come and sit, and then you do like a little small presentation, and then maybe they buy your like software or not. And what would happen is the person who was organizing these events would just have to go on LinkedIn and find all these people, send it to like the HR lady, and she would organize the booking.
Right.
So you can just funnel people in willy nilly. They're not checking. They just got to see the list, print out the name cards, and send the invitations.
So if any listeners out there have this kind of role and want to invite 3 idiots, please.
Yeah, we're open.
I'm very
open
free.
to a lot of things, really. All right, next one. We have someone saying they leave the office halfway through the day, but their team thinks they switched floors. So I assume their company has like 20 floors in the building. Say they work on level 10. Probably tell their workmates, I'm going to level 13 to finish the day off. They just go home.
They just fuck off home.
They just do their own thing.
I'll be honest, I've never worked at a company where I've had multiple floors, so I don't understand the etiquette of like moving up floors and, choosing a different area to sit. Well, what does it look like? Is this possible to get away with?
You can.
When I was at P-Dubs, you could.
Yeah.
Because like, for example, let's say the finance team is really big. There'll be specific parts of the finance team on 10 or 11 or 12. And then sometimes you work with the people on floor 11. Sometimes you do work with the people on floor 12. So you just like, I'm going to see with these guys later. I'm going to see with these guys.
The thing about KPMG was you could, as soon as you connect to a laptop, you can actually see where someone's sitting. So you can go.
We had that as well, bro. It was weird.
Plan and type in someone's name, and you can see what floor and what exact table they're sitting on. So that way you wouldn't be able to get away with that.
Yeah, they have that at P-Dubs as well. So I found people in the office, man.
It's meant to be weird. Like a collaboration tool, but really it's more Big Brother.
Yeah, it's Find My Friends.
Work
edition.
Someone I know used to do that at another company. He worked with like a team in India and he worked with a team in Australia, and he was like split between the two. And then he would tell his Australian team he's doing work for the Indian team. And then he would tell his Indian team he was doing work for the Australian team. And in the end, he would just do no work whatsoever. He got fired. So he got found out pretty quickly, but it worked for a couple of months.
I would be stressed if I was doing this. This feels like I don't know if this is a life hack. It's a confession. It is a confession.
Yeah.
But
power to you. Hopefully
fair play.
You don't get caught. All right, next one. They say they have meetings scheduled after lunch so they can have a longer break / nap.
This is
that's another classic of the genre.
Great work. Yeah, classic.
Are you big on blocking the calendar out with private events and stuff so you can do your own thing?
My company, everything's public. So
you can see everyone's calendar.
I can see everyone's calendar.
But surely you can still, it's your calendar. You can like, if you need to block out time for stuff.
Yeah, you can chuck a little focus time.
Yeah.
Like
focus as in I need to buy tickets to a concert or something.
I'm going to focus on the haircut I'm going to receive.
I think people are pretty good with it. Like if people are buying tickets, I see Taylor Swift tickets, 15 minutes increments, like no dramas. I don't really understand. So what's the purpose of this? You block maybe half an hour after lunch.
So no one puts in a meeting or anything.
So you know you have an extra half an hour.
Yeah, just to kick back.
Yeah.
Fair play to you.
Mate, you own your calendar, so I think that's fair play.
That's good.
They tell you not to accept meetings. Like they tell you to really cut down on the meetings to be more productive. So I'm a big fan of blocking out my calendar to actually focus time. But just the meetings with the agendas that are non-existent, just sack them off. You don't need to be part of them.
My mate does this thing, and I think it's quackery, but instead of setting 1 hour meetings, he sets hours for meetings for 50 minutes. And he's like, yeah, it's a mental thing. You know, you'll see a meeting for an hour or a meeting for 50 minutes. You're probably more likely to accept the 50-minute one. I'm like, am I? I don't know.
I'm accepting meetings that come my way that I have to be in, bro. If they're 10 minutes or 2 hours.
You're going to be less likely to, push back on a 50-minute or 45-minute meeting.
I thought you were going to
pseudoscience.
I thought you were going to say it's like uni tutes where they make it 55 minutes. You have 5 minutes to get to the classroom.
No.
I thought it was that quackery.
No.
Apparently that's like an Amazon thing. It's like it's like a Jeff Bezos like hack, but it's not for getting people to accept meetings. It's for being more efficient in meetings.
Yeah.
So like because apparently like there's some law which is like your time will expand, like the work will expand given the time
Zoom
that you
meeting
have.
will expire in.
Yeah. You're on the free version, so you got to try and finish the meeting before an hour.
Or like 25 minutes, like instead of a half an hour, someone does a 25. I don't get it. I'm like, what's an extra 5 minutes, man?
I don't know. It's the psychology thing. Not for accepting meetings. That's ridiculous.
Apparently that's also like the psyche of it.
All right, next few are quite similar. I'll read them all out in one go. One person says they bring their lunch bag into work full of food, and when they take it home, it's full of drinks from the office. The next one is they knew a maid who would take toilet paper from the office even before and after the pandemic.
Nah,
So not just during when we needed toilet
I
paper.
draw the
Crazy.
line
That's
there.
crazy
I draw the
talk.
line there.
And then the last similar one is we have something that says they order the office supplies and stationaries for work. So they order extra just for their side business.
All right, so these are 3 different categories of stealing.
Yeah.
Well, let's rank the theft. So toilet paper is the
That's-
most degenerate one.
that's-
Ridiculous.
Well,
thing to do.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Fine, during the pandemic, fine, maybe there was, a shortage of it. But now, in this day and age, brother, what are you doing?
You get like 24 rolls for, I don't know, $5 or something, dude.
To be fair, some toilet paper, like the toilet paper in my office is who gives a crap toilet paper. You see
Oh, that like environmentally friendly,
Yeah.
all this
Also-
and all that.
high quality toilet
Is
paper.
it 4-ply, 3-ply?
I think it's, I don't know exactly how many ply, but it's a lot of plies.
plies.
A lot of plies.
But that's bottom one. Number 3.
That's
like,
number 3. Yeah. What was the second one?
There's drinks and there's stationery.
Drinks. I mean, like the stationery, I think is the top. That's excellent.
Like
Yeah.
going out of your way to order extra ones as
Yeah.
well, not just snapping a couple pens from the.
yeah, this guy's like got responsibilities. Like his job is to order the stationery, and he's chucking in like, order another 50 notebooks for me and my business.
I do that. Like we have a client floor where like we have client meetings, and then in there we have like our branded pens and notepads. And then there was a week where I had like 3 or 4 client meetings, and every single time I went up, picked up a new notepad and new pen every single time.
Thanking you.
And I don't use any of them, but it was just I wanted it.
Yeah. It's just nice to have things for free. it's like the time where I stole the well, I didn't steal. I did steal office chair,
The Herman Miller.
the Herman Miller office chair from my
You
previous
stole it.
workplace.
You stole it.
And then the office manager, because it was during COVID, and then like they're like, "Oh, take your office chair home just in case you need some ergonomic things." During COVID, I quit my job, and so I didn't go and return it. And the office manager was chasing up for years until he got fired.
So you still have the
But I
chair?
still have the chair. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
class.
War of attrition.
And then the drinks part. What do we think about stealing? Like a little
Wait, so
soda?
what are you stealing?
You're a liar if you say you haven't done this before, bro. I've done it plenty of times. Like in the office fridge.
Yeah.
There's a-
Every day though.
well, not
Like,
every,
every
okay, that's a
day.
bit much, but every now and again, if I want, a Coke Zero for home or something, or a beer for home,
of course,
just
couple
Yeah.
of
nab
them.
one or
Yeah.
two, put in the bag, call it
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's just play on.
I think that's fine.
That's
I
like
think that's
accepted. Like everyone understands
Yeah.
it's the play.
I think that's the line.
Yeah.
Maybe the toilet paper's a bit offside of that.
No, because let's be real, right? If someone caught you stealing,
Would you be embarrassed?
yeah, the drinks, I'd be like,
Nah,
I'm taking
that's
some
fair
for
play,
home,
yeah.
and that's all good.
If I got caught stealing toilet paper,
that
I'd be so embarrassed.
that might end my career if someone caught me like shoveling toilet paper.
I don't know how to explain myself, bro.
How about this? Like we had a training session once. This is, and my mate, I'm going to shout him out, Basil. There was like leftover food in the training session. So we ate before and then we were doing the training. And then we were mid training session and this guy gets up and just leaves. And we're like, okay. And then he comes back and we're literally listening to the like person give a training. So everyone's focused.
Yeah.
And then you just hear like cutlery and stuff. And this guy's gone over to the food. He's gone and got his Tupperware container from his bag, and he's just loading up on the food from the free training into his Tupperware container. Everyone turns around, and we're piecing ourselves laughing. And this guy had no shame whatsoever. He's like, bro, they're going to throw it away anyway.
Exactly. They're either going to throw it or give it to other people. So
I think that's fine, but you got to wait. Like wait
At
till
least
the
wait
end.
till the
Yeah.
end. He literally went mid-training. He was outrageous.
bro thought it'd get taken, man. Need to get in first. All right, next one we have. I used to absolutely destroy the toilets of floors on teams that I don't like. So, you're in finance, you hate the HR team, you go up to level 11 where HR is and you absolutely pummel the toilets.
This person wrote in as well, and they said they're happy to not be anonymous, but we'll give him that respect at least. That's outrageous. You can't be doing drive-bys.
Tactical shits as well. You're planning where you're going to go.
Outrageous.
I actually love this. It's like so funny. Like just you're looking for some semblance of power.
Payback.
And this is just a great way to do it, to be honest. Fair play.
But how often are you taking violent shits at work?
I think you can make them violent.
Can you?
Or like you can aim on the bowl so there's just skid marks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
There's all shit on the walls at that point.
That's monkey behavior. It's primate behavior.
you know, yeah, it is.
Fling your feces in. All right, next one.
Valuable primate.
My boss was being a prick, so I stole his favorite coffee mug. It's been 2 years and I still have it at home.
I don't mind a bit of petty theft.
Nah, you can't steal someone's personal item.
Yeah,
Like,
wait, was it personal or was it just his favorite? So,
Favorite coffee mug.
so it
So,
could just be like a Manchester United mug, or you reckon it says
like photos
World's
of their
best dad, and
photos of their
yeah.
daughter on it.
yeah, okay, if
That's
it's that
fucked.
you can't be stealing.
no. Like, okay, like I said, right? if he's brought the mug from home, you can't steal it.
Yeah.
Right. If it's his favorite mug in the kitchen of the workplace, you can take that. That's fine.
Fair
No
game for
dramas.
everyone. Yeah.
I assume it's some personal or custom one that is probably brought from home.
This
Has
is
to be.
crazy, dude. Okay, at my old work, one of the guys used to smoke, and then on the security cams, we saw some guy steal cigarettes out of this guy's his pack, and that was real bad because he realized that someone stole like a couple of darts, and then he reported it to
Oh my God.
the management, and they look through the cameras, and you see this guy just like weasel take like 2 or 3
So
darts.
management spent resources to find this guy's 3 missing darts.
Yeah. And ever since that day, I'm like, I wouldn't steal anyway, but I'm just like highly paranoid. I wouldn't do what this guy's doing. It's terrifying.
Was there any repercussions or punishment?
I don't know what happened to the person who stole the darts. I imagine it was just a stern talking to strike one
Yes,
situation.
brother, what do you need darts? We pay you. Just go buy some darts.
No, they're expensive to be fair.
You can get JPS for like $20, $30.
All right, market, relax. Next one. I book the meeting room with no window so I can sit on my phone and scroll.
This just seems like so much effort.
Yeah.
And also, you're taking up resources other people could, like, if they actually need a meeting
Bro,
room.
Seni really speaks for like big office. He's really a big office spokesperson, bro.
I'm all for the office. Nah, dude, meeting rooms are a scarce resource. If I desperately need one, I see some idiot just in there by
But
himself.
you can't see it. There's no windows, mate.
But why can't you just do that at your desk or
And then
in the bathroom like these other people?
It's a great point.
Well, you talked about the bathroom, why you wouldn't do it
fine.
there. And then
Maybe you're too lazy to walk.
you can't do it at your desk because then, I mean, it's like what happened to your mate at your old company where he was watching NBA and the, head of the department went and saw him. So
Yeah, fair enough.
you got to be doing it in secret.
But what are you doing? You're spending half an hour just scrolling on your phone.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about
I don't
that
know
one.
if I condone that kind of tomfoolery.
Right, this one you will condone, Seni. Someone saying it. I work shift work and sometimes I clock out half an hour later just for the extra pay.
Ah, yeah, that's right. I respect
So
that.
classic
Wage
time
theft?
fraud is
Yeah,
what they call it.
Victimless crime.
this is absolutely a victimless crime.
Yeah.
I remember I would clock in at Athlete's Foot and then I would go back and repark my car. So that would take another like 15, 20 minutes. And then I'd come back and mate, the day has just begun.
I used to do that at Vodafone because the Hornsby car park was only 3 hours.
Yeah.
So if you're working like a 7-hour shift, you have to move your car at least twice. And the way and especially on the Sunday or Saturday where there was a lot of traffic, it could take you 20, 25 minutes
go around
to
the
get
block.
out and then come back in. And the way I justify it was everyone else in my team used to smoke. So they used to go for smoko like 10 minutes every hour. So I'm like, the time they use there, I'm just using it to go move my car.
Yeah,
but I
exactly.
essentially got 3 breaks every fucking shift.
Yeah. And the thing is, like with the clock in and clock out, I thought it was such a dystopian system where you have to like put your fingerprint in the retail work. It was just a bit much. So I was happy to
you
steal.
had that.
Yeah.
We just scanned. It's like you into the back room, you scan and then
Yeah,
it
that's
just
the
pops
normal
up.
way. I had to bloody put the fingerprint on. I was
So
like,
no one can do it for you, mate.
well, yeah, I was fighting against the system. I
So
didn't
wait,
like it one
Athlete's
bit.
Foot has your fingerprints.
Yeah, scanning. Yeah. Yeah. Athlete's Foot
insane.
and
Crazy.
the Department of Immigration both have my fingerprints. That's it.
For different reasons. But
2 more to go. Second last one is, as a Muslim, I make up extra prayers so I can take longer breaks during the day.
Bravo. It's ridiculous. What happens if you're a Muslim manager? What then?
yeah, then
You got to play the field, mate. You got to know.
That, I mean,
Because no one would be, no one's calling you up on that.
Literally, call me out. I dare you. I'm not.
You never know. Like our friend who's non-Muslim was doing 75 hard, and the book he was reading was the Quran.
That's
So you never know who's reading the Quran these days.
That's genius. Well, that's like one of our friends who took a day off to go watch the cricket and said it was for religious reasons.
That's crazy.
It's so-
Would you do this? Like make
I'm
up
not
holidays?
Muslim, so-
No, make up holidays, make up religious things.
Well, yeah, it's the age-old question. How many times can your grandma die? Like one of those ones.
At least a couple. Yeah. So you
Nah,
got two
I wouldn't
grandmas.
make up religious holidays.
No, it feels a bit icky.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially if you actually are practicing Muslim and you believe it. That seems heavily haram.
Also, like if you're Christian, so I think most people know the Christian religion, like the holidays.
yeah.
I'm Hindu. You could easily verify Hindu holidays.
Yeah, that is true. But even I think you can easily verify it, but who's going to bother? Like you just take this person's
That's
word
true,
for
that's
it.
true.
Does your work give you a like the religious holiday exemptions?
What do you mean?
Like you get another day off,
If you don't
additional
celebrate?
leave for
We have it
religious holidays?
for Invasion Day. So if you are opposed to Australia Day, you can actually work that day, and then
We have that as well.
Okay.
I think most holidays for us, you can, if it's on religious grounds, you can work that day and move it
So
elsewhere.
Christmas, for example, if you like, I don't believe in Christmas, I want to work, they'll let you work.
For us, no, because the office is like shut down, right? So it's not because it's Christmas, it's because the office is shut down and like
What about Easter, for
Maybe
example?
Easter, I think so. Yeah, you can move that around.
Good Friday. Easter
Take those
Sunday.
2 days somewhere else.
Exactly, dude.
It's not
No,
bad.
Game
Easter's
changer.
a good holiday though.
I do
Easter's
like Easter.
in the
It
right
is.
area,
Yeah,
the right
it-
time.
It's good fun.
Australia Day, honestly, I'd be happy if I had that option. I'd probably take it because
Yeah.
you already had a public holiday, early on in the year.
Correct.
I'd love to save that one extra day, perhaps maybe in like a March or even later in the year,
Or
like
tag it
October,
onto Easter.
I think the
November.
second half of the year where there's less public holidays, that's where
Yeah.
Like a September or
the
something.
invasion day in the back pocket, just
Yeah, it would be
shove that
beautiful.
somewhere.
That is true.
Alrighty, last one. And I can't believe I haven't thought of this earlier. I used to export NBA stats into Excel sheets so it looked like I was working. So you want to look at some
Box
score
score.
lines, if you're doing FPL, you want to look at some stats, just put in Excel.
This is good.
Sack the website, put in Excel, looks like you're doing work.
That is good.
Wait, so what is he doing with the stats? He's
Just
just
having a read.
leaving him on the screen?
Yeah. So you just put it up on Excel, you're looking at the scores, you're reading stat lines.
That's good. That's
People think you're
good.
doing work.
That's
Now
clever.
you're analyzing all the NBA games of the day. That's genius.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's like the thing
pretty
where you
good.
can put Reddit into the
Email.
Outlook looking interface.
Have you actually ever used that?
I've never used it.
I've used it.
You really?
Yeah, yeah. As in, like, I just was using it for fun, like not to subvert work. I just wanted to see what the UI looked like.
Was it realistic?
It was fine, like very
It's
realistic.
hard to use.
No, it's easy.
Oh, okay.
So easy. Bravo.
Well done. Alrighty, that's all the submissions we had. Thank you to everyone that submitted and follow us on @CriticalBand if you want to get involved next time.